rapping for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Modified Life Podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And here on Modified Life Podcast, we talk about modifying your life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. We're the co-hostess with the mostest. Welcome to 2025. It's the first official week of 2025. It's the first Monday of 2025.
So we can't miss a workout.
It's the first
Monday.
podcast.
First podcast?
First shooting. We're shooting this actually today. So you're listening to this about an hour after we shot it. Because we're trying to figure out like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Like, when are we going to, because we don't want to do like the cheesy stuff of like a season 2. Like, you know what I mean? We did that like last series with the, you know, with the planning and your goals and stuff like that. But I don't want to be like the series unless it's like something like that of like, you know, how to set goals or, you know, whatever
Something
it might
with
be. Something with continuance, right? But I did want to make sure that once we did this, we were prepared for what's going to come, because this year we don't want to miss.
Nope.
We have a move coming up. We're moving from Vegas to California.
So behind this camera, there's boxes.
Yeah, there's boxes. Things are packed up. We're going to look homeless for a little bit. And that with that move coming on, we don't have a place that we have lined up to live, as in we haven't found a place we want. So with that being said, I think we're going to be couch surfing for a little bit, which obviously I could work from anywhere, blessing.
And thankfully, we have so much freaking family.
Yeah, we have a lot of family. But the problem is, though, we have a podcast and we shoot the podcast, and I have a certain aesthetic of look. So we want to kind of make as much content as possible, proper content. So at least we have like a, you know, because we post twice a week. So that, you know, twice a week. So, you know, Mondays and Fridays, at least we would like to build this up to at least having about 2 to 3 months cushion.
Yeah.
In between time. So that's going to be a lot of content, because we literally are, this is our last month officially, our last full month here in Las Vegas.
But we're going to need your help to do that, because we need you to comment, to tell us what you need help with, what you want to hear more of. Yeah, all that stuff. Like, we need your help too.
Comment, like, subscribe, because we got a good one for you, right? And as we get into this, you know, I was kind of, you know, we were talking, we're like, oh, what should we do? And Francine was like, oh, maybe we could do like, you know, like, what'd you say? Well, we both agreed it was corny.
Yeah, tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks and stuff like that.
And you're like, I don't like that.
And
I don't like how I
corny.
said it,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I meant.
But what I was thinking though is just, you know, starting to make the change, right? Because maybe last year you didn't do shit. Maybe you didn't. You didn't do shit. It's okay.
Or maybe you started really
You
strong.
know, right?
Too
Or
strong.
yeah. Or maybe last year you started really strong. You lost 10, 20, 30 pounds, January, February, March, maybe even April, and then you shit the bed. Maybe you didn't start at all last year. Maybe last year was your worst year you've ever had. Maybe you lost someone that you loved. Maybe you went through a breakup, a divorce. You know, maybe you went through, you know, some type of horrible court situation.
Something.
Whatever it might be. Maybe you just gave up on yourself last year, right? And I feel like a lot of my podcasts, I do talk about the winning and the people that are winning and the people who are locked in, the people who are going to continue to stay locked in, what it takes to win, what it takes to this. But like, I don't think we've ever really focused on the people that just completely took a fucking L.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how do you dust yourself off? Like, how do you get back to something that you just failed at?
Yeah, I think first thing first, before anything, before you even think of a meal plan or the newest fad diet, I think what a lot of us experience, like year to year, right? Even though it is like, oh, we're going to lose weight, whatever it is, right? But we don't even put ourselves on a priority list. Like, we are not on our own priority list. And I think we need to start there.
I agree with you.
To like, I need to take care of me before anything.
I agree with you.
And yes, it's going to sound selfish, but like, if you take care of yourself first, it's going to bleed on to other things in a positive way. So I think you need to, first and foremost, even put yourself on that list and bring yourself to number 1 on that list, because then everything is going to get better. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. But if you put yourself there, everything ends up falling into place.
Agree with you 100%. Because at the end of the day, you said it perfect. We're not even on the list.
We're not.
Right? And how do you get back up? Well, how did you get back up when you went through your first breakup? How did you get back up when you lost your mom or dad? How did you get back up when you found out he or she cheated?
To like
How
the
did
impossible situation.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm never going to live through this.
I'm never going to make it. Oh my gosh, I'm never, you know what I mean? We're all dramatic, right? We all have our situations. But you did it. And then you got out there, right? I'm just going to just use, you know, dating, right? Because I think a lot of people could just relate with that, right? With their first breakup and stuff like that, high school crush, whatever.
You're never going to get over that.
Right, yeah, you were never going to get over it. You're never going to find another girl like that. You never find another guy like that, blah, 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 right? you're traumatized. Air quotes, you're traumatized for a second. And then you got it back out there. Then you found something that was better. And you learned what else that you liked in a relationship and a person. Then you forgot.
Something was impossible to get over, and you're like, oh shit, I even forgot this
Exactly.
even happened to me.
So what do you do with your weight loss when you just failed, when you just took a fat ass L 2024? You get out there when it's scary, and this time around, you got to learn all those times you failed what not to do, right? So when you get to learn what not to do, you're actually creating a cheat sheet to be successful, right? So for instance, right, I know how to make $100,000 because I've done it. But a year ago,
is it simple?
No.
No, I'm saying though, not the work, but is it simple, like the formula?
Now that I know how to do it, yes. I could literally take anyone that's listening to this podcast right now and give me a year or two. Not gonna be like these fake ass people. Like, give me 6 months, 30 days, I'll make you a millionaire, right? You give me anyone that has some type of value. Now that let me say that talent or value that brings some type of value to something, to a situation, and I will help them make 100,000. That's a promise because I know the formula of doing it. I know the consistency that it takes. I know how to build, and it's anything in business. Yeah. Now I've done it with coaching and social media, but it's this. I could take the same formula. I'm taking the same formula and doing it with my next business, whether it be the laundromat we're thinking about doing, or getting the acres and putting letting the semis park there, right?
Yeah.
So, is it easy? No. Is it simple? It's a simple formula, yes. But when you've done it once, it makes it that much easier. So look at your weight loss journey this way. You've taught yourself for the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years how to fail and what to do to avoid the situation. See, the problem is that why you keep on failing at this stuff is that you keep on letting history repeat itself. You get to a certain point, you start losing the weight, and then you go back into the worst version of yourself that failed the last time, and you allow it to creep in. Instead of having like, hey, red flag, I'm starting to act this way again. I'm lost some weight. I'm starting to get out there and act a little reckless. I'm stopping to track my food.
It's okay to check yourself.
I'm not hitting the gym. I'm not doing my check-in with my coach. I'm not tracking my food. I'm not staying consistent. I'm getting cocky. I gained my weight back. Mm-hmm. So you have to have the power, the willpower to not allow yourself to make the same mistakes, because that is literally the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
So if you know that when you went this way, or you know when you hang out with this person, or if you know when you eat this triggering food, or you know when you stop tracking your food, you know when you stop going to the gym that what it turns out to be, why in the hell would you keep doing the same thing?
Yeah, and at that point, they're not mistakes that you're making over and over. They're decisions that you're making over and over.
Self-sabotages.
Yeah.
You're literally allowing yourself to sabotage the work you've put in. It is literally like signing up for a marathon. It's like signing up for a marathon, running, looking at the finish line, getting to you could visually see the finish line, and then running the wrong lane, trying to figure out why you didn't get a trophy. That's insane. Does that sound crazy?
It is.
That sounds crazy. You're running away from your goal.
Yeah.
You're literally running away from the thing that you want. I thought of it too this year, 5K trophies. Because we have a couple more 5Ks we got to do this year.
2 more 5Ks.
2 more, and then we got to move to 10Ks.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So understanding that this is that you don't want last year to repeat itself,
so let's
then do different. You want last year to repeat itself, then do the same thing. Because maybe because we also can't just be like, well, what, someone's listening like, well, coach, AJ, Francine, Modified Frankie, Modified Family. I won last year. Well, then do the same thing and double down. Double down on it, right? But right now, we always talk about the people that are in the winning, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the people that how do you get back on, right? And that's what I wanted to have this podcast, because sometimes we just need to hear it. We get so scared of hopping back. How do I do it? Well, you've done it once.
Yeah.
Like, well, I failed last time. Well, don't fail this time. Well, how am I gonna not fail this time? Well, don't do the same thing you did last time. And we will constantly put ourselves in this hamster wheel of like asking so many questions when you know the damn well what you did wrong. And I was not doing the right thing.
You have all the information. You just don't want to like point the finger back at yourself, because it's easier to say, dang, like how when I gained weight after his surgery, everyone was giving me all the excuses, and I could have made them valid, but it's like, no, like, yes, it was hard, but there was so much downtime. I could have gone to the gym.
Yeah.
I could have.
That's when I noticed like you actually changed. Like because like I gave you like, oh babe, like, because I really was appreciative of everything that you did for me. All right. I still do. Right. So I was like, oh, babe, it's been through a lot. And because you hate not seeing me happy. So I know that's like annoying for you. Like that's like you as not I'm not gonna say like a Mexican woman. I'm saying just you. It's like part of your love language. Like you want to make sure the people you love are happy around you.
And they're taking care
So
of you.
it bothered, huh?
Then that they're taken care of.
Yeah, they're taken care of. So it bothered you that I wasn't okay, but there's nothing you could do, and I wasn't okay for a bad reason other than I had to heal.
Yeah.
But I tried to give you an excuse, and you're like, no, like, I get it,
no, I'm
babe,
dropping the ball.
but I dropped the ball. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was like, oh crap, because usually if I give you the excuse, like you're like,
I'll run with it.
if I'm like, oh babe, let's go get McDonald's, you're like, hell yeah, let's go. But
Bet.
now you're like, no, let's not
Yeah.
do that. And so like that's when I noticed you changed. But it's really good to see that because at the end of the day, you're realizing it's you.
Yeah.
Because my weight loss and your weight loss are different. Someone out there listening to this, weight loss is going to be different when it comes into, sometimes, you burn more calories, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get away with having carbs, sometimes you don't. And what I mean that is because you have PCOS.
Yeah.
I don't have PCOS. Guys don't have PCOS. Right. But that's when I really noticed that you changed in that. And, when you didn't give yourself an excuse, I was like, oh crap, she's getting it now.
Yeah, because I've been working a lot on being honest with myself. Because
How hard is that?
It's the hardest relationship I've ever had is with myself.
Yeah, that's why some clients can't stand me.
And
I'm serious.
It's nuts because like, maybe I'm gonna confuse you, but have you ever like tricked yourself?
Yeah.
Where you're
I
like,
told myself
I didn't take out the chicken from the freezer. Fuck, you know what? Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have to go to McDonald's.
Yeah. I told myself I had thyroid.
But it's like
Because I heard someone say that's why they're fat.
Yeah, so
No,
like
we do that. It's not tricking. You just you fall victim to your lies.
I was being my own frenemy.
Yeah, you fall victim to your lies.
So now like I work really hard on like being like extremely honest with myself of like, you know what? Today's a hard day. I'll honor that, right? But I'm not going to be like, okay, today's a hard day, so I'm going to just fuck everything up.
Yeah, I call my clients out on one of that. I was like, yo, like she'd always be like, oh, well, I didn't have time to meal prep, so I had to go to McDonald's, but I made a better decision. Like, no, you didn't have to go to McDonald's.
No, you wanted to.
You wanted to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
and
honestly,
when I called her out,
I wanted it.
Yeah, but when I called her out, she was like, oh, I didn't notice that. And it because if it's not called out, because sometimes we don't know what we're doing is wrong until it's called out. That's why I think it's always good to have an honest friend in your circle because no one told me what I was doing was wrong. You've never told me that being fat was not okay. You've never told me that I ate too much food at Korean barbecue.
Well, why would I tell you that when I was doing the same thing? And if I told you something, then that would mean I would have to regulate my actions too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's good to have a friend who's honest.
Yeah.
Like it's I needed that conversation from Daniel at Del Taco, even though we're at Del Taco.
While you were eating?
While I'm eating Del Taco.
Was he eating also?
Yes, well, he was eating Del Taco. You know what I mean? Like I needed that conversation when I wasn't taking the online coaching series from you. Now, obviously, you're right when it comes to the weight loss. I wouldn't have took you. If you told me like you got to lose weight and you're 300 pounds, I would be like, what the?
But no, but even then, like I wouldn't dare say anything to you because that means I would also have to be like, well, you shouldn't be there either. And I was not prepared to do that to myself.
Well, agreed. But I'm still saying that's why we need to have honest friends because we're not honest with ourselves right away. But yes, to answer your question, I think we've all lied to ourselves. We've all forgotten our meal prep. We've all didn't have time to cook. Because think about this. This is how I break it down, right? Are you a bullshitter or are you busy? Right? Because hear me out. Everyone's like, oh, too busy, go to the gym. Okay, it's 6 p.m., 7 p.m. is your gym time. You didn't make it to the gym. Let's reverse, right? Let's freaking click the movie, reverse your life back until the day before. When you went to sleep. Did you go to sleep on time? No. Did you have your meals ready? No. Did you take your gym clothes to the gym with you? No. Should you have stayed the extra 10, 15, 20 minutes scrolling or gossiping, or should you have been working? No. Or yes, you should have. No, you shouldn't have done that. So were you busy or were you just bullshitting yourself? Because now it's 7 p.m., you're hungry, you're tired, and you're not motivated. So did you not have time to go to the gym or did you just bullshit your whole day? And now you gave your excuse, well, I'm tired and that's why I'm not going to the gym. But everything you did would led up to you not go to the gym that day.
It was for you to decide to not
right?
do
Or
it.
cleaning your room, washing your car. Like I have to wash the dirt bikes today. Literally, I shouldn't have been on live. Because that's a lot of work. Because I got to move the trailer. I got to get the dirt bikes, all that crap. Oh, no, you want to share the story about dirt bikes? First off, I bought a new dirt bike.
Can I just burn you on here real quick? This man bought a new dirt bike. He has a dirt bike. He bought the same one, just newer.
So it's not the same. It's lighter. It's more agile. The suspension's different. It's same color. Different plastics.
Boy math. Anyway,
Sorry, Yamaha gang, baby.
So he went dirt bike riding with his brother. he comes home, and we're supposed to put the dirt bike in our I always forget storage unit, and that was the plan for the day. And he tells me, "Hey, like, I'm like, here. What time are we gonna go to the thing?" Because like,
wait, can I cut you off quick?
Can
I cut you off quick?
Sure.
Okay, when she shares this, you actually just hyping me up right now.
Okay.
When you finish sharing this, I'm gonna show you how badass I really am. Because
Yes.
you know this is going now.
But let me still shit on you.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I'm gonna use this against you. So go ahead.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I still need to get this off.
Get it off your chest. That hairy ass chest of yours, homie.
Oh shit. you
Saggy chest.
You got 2 of them.
That's right. Before and after.
Anyway, okay. So I'm like, hey, like we need to make sure, like, what time are we leaving? Because we need to make the pit stop storage unit, blah, blah. He's like, actually, I think I'm just going to take them home. And I'm like, why the hell would we take the freaking dirt bikes back to Las Vegas when we're in Orange County? You're like,
And we're moving back.
Because I didn't wash them and I didn't get a chance to wash them. I'm like, just fucking put them away. They're dirt bikes. There's going to be dirt on them. And you're like, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we still went to the storage unit, but to pick up
I had to get tow hitch. I left in
the tow hitch. Or what about the...
that was at grandma's house.
Oh,
yeah.
So we still made all the pit stops where we could have left the bike.
Nope. Couldn't
But
do
he
it.
picked everything up just to get it washed here.
You just hyped me up.
So we brought it back 4 hours back here when we need that space for our boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can go ahead and shit up on me now.
Well, I'm not gonna really shit on you. But the reason why, you're right, it is a dirt bike. But
Inconvenient.
And it's inconvenience, 100%. But it's not about everything being inconvenience. The reason why is that I go dirt bike riding with my little brother, right? And the way I was raised, and this is, you know this because a lot of friends have not been invited with us after we go to the desert, after we go to the river. We have, my family, I'm very blessed. Very, very blessed. Desert toys, water toys. Desert house. Oh, no, not desert. Actually, yeah, technically.
Yeah,
desert family. I don't own this stuff, but very blessed with my family. How I was raised is that it is fun to have fun, but it is a work. It is a process that it takes in order to have fun, and then it's a process to come. It's a process to come home. So when I packed up the bikes and I decided to leave our dirt bikes dirty for a couple of weeks while we're up in Vegas until we go back down, I just wasn't sitting right in my stomach because how I was raised is that, you know, you go do something, you clean it, you put it away, so the next time you use it, it's ready to go. Now, even though it's a dirt bike, it's meant to have dirt on it. It doesn't have to be put away dirty because I'm gonna want that thing to run for the next couple of years before I buy another dirt bike. So yes, a convenience, I should have kept both the dirt bikes there and not brought it back up to Vegas. But out of my moral compass is that the right thing to do is do the right thing. And you know what's funny is that I told my brother, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bring my dirt bike home with me, your dirt bike and my dirt bike to Vegas with me because I have to clean them. He's like, that's how grandpa and our uncles raised us. I was like, exactly. And that's why. So even though it's inconvenient, oh my gosh, we had to bring trailer anyways.
I just had the mental note of every time we drive by, grandpa was always washing a car.
Every single time. So yeah, so my more and I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because anyone else right now was probably listening to you like, oh my gosh, AJ, why did you bring the dirt bike? That was so dumb. Yeah. But look, it's not about convenience. It's about doing the right thing that may inconvenience you, but do the right thing. It's still doing the right thing.
Overall, yeah.
Overall. And that's our problem is that we'll do something and then we don't want to be inconvenienced anymore when the fun is over. That's why you have a hard time paying off your credit cards. Mm-hmm. That's why you have a hard time saving money because it's inconvenience to not have that money in your account or not have that blah, 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 or not, pay that bill on time. If you wait 10 days later, you have more money in your account. You'll still be able to go out, but you'll be able to pay your bills right before they fucking charge you extra. Mm-hmm. That's why that we have the problem we have is because we're so focused on doing the thing that's convenient, but that is not the moral thing to do. That is not the right way to look at it. So now, I guess, like I was letting into the conversation, I could have took the time to wash those dirt bikes when I was on live for Instagram. Mm-hmm. That was an hour. It's going to take me about an hour to wash the bikes, right? But I chose not to. So sometime today, whether after I'm done with closing calls, whatever it is, I gotta get the dirt bikes done. I gotta get it clean.
Today.
Yeah, today I gotta get them done. Well, first thing I gotta do is clean out the casita. So it's understanding that it's not about doing everything that's convenient. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to do the right thing, but I feel good that my brother, all the feelings felt good when my brother's like, that's right, that's how we're raised. Because even though my brother's 20 something years old, I'm still teaching him how to be a man. And he's going to teach that to his daughter, how to be a woman.
A good
lady. Right? So yeah, it is inconvenient, but guess what? This dirt bike is going to last me a long time. This is going to, I taught my brother a lesson. And that's just, that's how we're raised, and even though I didn't listen when I was younger, all the way that my grandpa, my uncles, and everyone raised me.
You didn't apply, but you listened.
It's really gone a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I feel that, right now I have and maintain the success that I have is because I generally live that lifestyle. I'm very glad that you brought that up, because if I would have brought that story up, it would look like I'm gloating. But the fact that you were trying to bash me
Can
for
you
it.
believe that I inconveniced myself?
Yeah,
by
can
bringing
you
up
believe that I did this because I had to wash it? Like,
Oh,
you know what I
damn.
mean? Yeah. So no, it's what we do though. We know we want to live a life of convenience, and I believe I've said this before. I didn't come up with a quote, but I said this before. Living a life. I think actually, you know what? I think I did. I don't know. Quote me, don't quote me. Use this. Listen, live by it. Living a life of convenience will equal a life of inconvenience. Because if you go for everything that is convenient for you now, in the next couple weeks, next couple months, your life is going to be inconvenience. If you go and cash that counterfeit check and you get that $1,000 today, in 2, 3, 4 weeks, your bank account's going to be frozen and you're going to live a life of inconvenience. You're going to have to pay back. If you don't pay your IRS stuff this month, this year, in a couple months or a couple years, they're going to catch you. They're going to garnish your wages so you pay it off. You're going to be inconvenienced. Plus interest. If you don't track your food today, in a couple weeks, couple months, you're going to gain weight. You're going to be inconvenienced. If I could use it for anything. If you don't work hard with your business in the next 6 months, in the next 6 months after that, you're going to lose everything. You're going to not make enough money. You're going to have to go get a 9-to-5 job. Like, I could go on and on. It always works.
It's a snowball effect.
It is a snowball effect into this. Stop trying to be convenient. So stop trying to go like, oh, well, I messed up, so I don't know how to start again. No, you know how to start. Stop making it hard. Track your food. Stop lying to yourself. Stay consistent.
Be honest with
yourself. Do the things you need to do. Do the things that make you a better person. Do the things that people judge you for, right? We just talked about on that freaking story on my live right now. And when did eating healthy become a diet?
And become a bad thing.
Oh, did you see what Lisa ate? She had that grilled chicken and white rice and vegetables.
What is she trying to prove?
What is she trying to prove?
Is she better than us?
I've heard conversations like that. Oh, you meal prep? I can't meal prep. Like, it's just like, it tastes disgusting the next day.
I could never.
Listen here, jackass.
My food has to be fresh from the drive-thru.
Your food is sitting there in a fucking red heat lamp with this fucking sweaty ass fucking dude who's fucking sweating all over, hung over from the weekend, a night of partying, is making your burger. Mm-hmm. That's fucked up. I shouldn't say that. Not everyone does. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Stay away from all that fast food.
We're just trying to scare you. But you know, actually, you do a lot of inconvenient stuff now that I think about it.
All the time.
When we were at the Irvine office, we're like couch surfing when we go down there.
Love it.
And we do have access to a kitchen. Yet I still pay rent
down here. I hate it.
But there's a couple days where we were coming home at like midnight and we're leaving the house at like 6 a.m. and like we're gone all day. So we were getting better options, but we knew what we were doing. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, there's absolutely no way I could have done that. I even got shit, remember, because I made you sopita and something else. A sandwich.
Girl sent me to lunch with nothing but carbs. I'm like, are we broke? Are you mad?
I did something.
Yeah, but
anyway, so we're like, hey, like, let's not go out to eat today. And I'm like, hey, like, what should I grab? I could have got, we could eat healthy Chipotle. You're like, no, go get a rotisserie chicken and get a loaf of bread.
$4.99, girl.
And then we ate that for like 2 days at the office.
Well, it's because, okay, remember this. We're humans. Mm-hmm. Even it only costs a lot of money to start a podcast the right way. Costs $15,000 to start this podcast.
You could technically do it with the phone.
But you could do it with the phone.
Yeah.
So we're not better than you. We just went to go buy equipment. You can start a podcast too. Doesn't make us perfect because you're listening to us on your phone or on your computer or on your way to work. It doesn't make us
more or less
entertaining. It doesn't make us more. It's just we're human beings. So we are just like you when it comes to we try to be lazy sometimes. Mm-hmm. So when you're sharing that story, it reminded me of when we were kept on traveling. We're like, oh, when we on our travel days, we will eat what we want. But then we're traveling every other damn day. And we go eat whatever we want, damn near all the time. And then I'm like, hey, we got to chill. Like, now we have to we turned it into an excuse to eat bad. And like, wait, do I want to live a healthy lifestyle or do I want to look healthy?
Yeah.
If I want to look healthy, well, then I'm doing the right thing. Because on Instagram, I look like I'm healthy. But a healthy lifestyle is doing this day in and day out, traveling or not.
Because you check yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is 100% of what you have to make that decision. So we make these excuses of, we paint these pictures like, oh, when I do this, I can eat bad. On Saturdays, I can eat what I want because I did good Monday through Friday. On blah, 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 if I lose this much weight, I'm going to go have crumble cookie. I earn this. Like, You're not a dog, so stop doing backflips for treats. Mm-hmm. That's it at the end of the day. And remember, your goal is not to lose weight. Your goal is to be healthy. Your goal is to look healthy. Your goal is to feel healthy. Your goal is to live a longer lifestyle. You rushing to lose a weight is not going to put you on this earth a lot longer. You living a healthy lifestyle, eating fruits and vegetables and high protein meals and not eating a lot of processed food for a long period of time is going to allow you to live a healthy lifestyle.
And
Not
feel
just look
better.
healthy. Oh, I feel 100% better.
Not just
also, I feel
look
better.
better, but feel better. Because honestly, that's
I look
that's-
good too. I'm just
I
saying.
learned that it's equally important to feel better along with looking better. Because
What do we say? It's
what?
gonna piss people off.
What?
What I say is like you're not ugly, you're fat. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason
Or
why
you're
I
not
said
ugly, you're broke.
yeah.
Like, because we've heard that you're not ugly, you're broke, and you're like, you're not
ugly, you're not ugly, you're fat. And the reason why I say that, and I want to make a whole podcast about this, so I don't want to talk on it too much, is that I didn't realize that I actually had a nice looking face because my cheekbones were covered in fat. My body was covered in fat.
And I lost my features with weight.
No one realized how beautiful you were because your body was covered in fat, right? So when we started to change our life around and our facial features started coming in, that we were God-given, right? Except for you paid for your chin, but hey, whatever, digress. It's one.
You did actually, so
it's one of those things where it's like, being fat does cover a lot of like your natural beauty. And we see it all the time from guys and girls when they lose weight. Like is that even the same person?
I get that a lot,
right? So you get a lot of people do get that a lot, especially like a couple of videos I have of you. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's gonna piss a lot of people, but you're not ugly, you're fat. And when you start putting the work to lose the weight,
and it's not, and we're not fighting society here, because I know people are gonna be like, well, it's because Bob. Like, let's not fight society and let's just fix ourselves.
No, don't get me started. Be ready for modified talk because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Can everyone in the comments let Big Tuna over here know that we need some bangers? We need some heavy talk, some solo podcast from Big Toonie Toon himself.
I'm gonna say this.
I feel like you're back.
I am very close. I will never speak when I don't feel that my voice is. I put in the work to speak, and I'm not talking about previous stuff. I only compare myself to the last version of myself. So I'm not talking about what I did 5 years ago. Right? I'm not the person that's like, oh, remember in high school, bro, we were the man, homie. No, that's loser shit.
Yeah.
But now that I'm starting to feel mentally good and healthy and alive and not on pain medicine and overcame my depression and shit like that, 100% we'll do some heavy talks. But those are not
Frankie
planned. Looks at me, she's like, you want to do heavy talks today, huh? I'm like, yeah. She sets up the podcast, and I just get here and I let it rip potato chips. Sometimes it's one. At him. Sometimes it's like 10. Or no, I never done 10. I did like 3.
You've done like 3, but sometimes like I'll look at him and I'm like, he has this energy, like even Julio can tell. Like, there's this energy about him that I'll know like we need to get something off his chest. Like if he's frustrated at something. Oh yeah. I'm like, hey, can you sit here and talk about this? And he's like, blah, and like, it's amazing. Like, you would have thought he rehearsed this stuff. No. But
it's just real conversation. Yeah. It's real conversation. At the end of the day, I love doing heavy talks because sometimes, as much as I like to be a coddling person and be understandable and relatable, I also know that sometimes hearing the truth is, sometimes, all the time, it's good to hear the truth from the right person. And for some people, I'm the right person to hear the truth from. Some people I'm not. Some people you are the right person to hear the truth from. Yeah. But whatever it might be, we all need to hear the truth. And the truth is this. If you don't want this year to be the same as last year, then don't make the same mistakes. It's okay if you messed up. It's okay if you gained 100 pounds. It's okay if you shit the bed. It's okay if you lost your job. It's okay if you're going through a breakup. It's okay that if he left you because you're fat. It's okay if she left you because you're fat. It's okay if you got cheated on. It's okay if you gave up on yourself. Now is the time to start making the changes day by day, week by week, month by month to become better. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you shit the bed last year. It doesn't matter if last year was the worst year you ever had. It doesn't matter if you literally just cannot stand what you look like or how you act or how you talk or how you sound or how you present yourself for the job that you have. You literally have the opportunity right now to start taking action to changing that. Now, if you don't start now, if you don't start in the present time, brick by brick, in the next couple months, you're going to be in the same boat. And then guess what? That couple months is going to be the end of the year. And then you're going to be listening to this podcast, and you're going to be one of those people where I'm saying, like, if it's 2026 and you did the same thing in 2025 and you're not happy, you're going to be the same thing, like a freaking broken record, like a hamster on a hamster wheel. You're going so fast, but you're moving nowhere.
And don't you dare come up with excuses as to why. You're going to say, you know what? You're right. I decided to fuck it off. Not, because this happened. No, like, you're making these decisions now. They're not mistakes anymore.
What did it say? What I put in the caption? What you're not changing is what you're accepting. So change it. or accept your fate. Because this is Modify Your Life podcast where we talk about modifying your life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. And make sure you like and comment. It's 2025. Wake up, people. Let's go.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Hope everyone has a great one. We are back. Don't forget, every Monday and Fridays we post vlogs, I believe. Are we doing the vlogs? That is why vlogs. Is it the hardest thing? Vlogs are so, you know what?
I'm going to tell you why, and you're not going to like it.
Because I'm human?
Because you don't like to be human, and you honestly feel like you have more than 24 hours in a day.
I do.
And you are extremely efficient, so you squeeze time out of where it doesn't exist. And
I make orange juice out of lemons.
Yes. So it's...
I love it.
Like a lot of the things that we do would be considered like... what is it called?
Like going to Mammoth and coming back in time.
Like impossible to other people. But to you, it's like, no, but we have to get it done. And then sometimes I look at you, I'm like, how? With what time?
You know what? Well, I'm learning because I am human. So like I'm handing over the Instagram, the Modified Life Instagram to you. I'm going to teach you how to upload this to the AI and to cut it up and to upload it. Like, so I'm learning, and I'm stubborn, and I'm not going to, it's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't see the best in you. I just know that a lot of people don't work like me, but you're never going to work like me if I don't give you the time to teach you.
Opportunity.
And an opportunity. Exactly. And that's my fault.
To prove you're right or wrong.
I'm going to prove myself right because I'm going to make sure, I know you're capable of it, right? But at the end of the day, like that's what it is. And I'm realizing that, I am human and I do have things that I need to do. And I do have things that I could do better. And I do have things like outsource. True. Right. And when I outsource, I'm more talking to you. It's only me and you as a team. We don't got anyone else. Like we don't have any other friends. Right? We have like our circle, our family.
But they all have their own thing.
They all have their own thing too, so.
But to answer your question, the vlogs will come. I mean, the question I think you're asking, the vlogs are going to happen. But I feel like these vlogs, at least with the way our life is, they can't be like scheduled. It's like if we feel like something is worth recording, we're going to do it. But we're not just going to fluff up a video just because it happens to be Wednesday and we have to post. Yeah,
I think it's trash.
Like if you're cool with like day in the life of like, we'll do a couple of those, but like only if you're really interested in it, because then we're just like burning the candle on both ends people if you don't even care about it,
Yeah, people like the shopping stuff, but whatever. Comment down below. Anyways, get out there and win. Happy 2025. Do not let history repeat itself. And then, like I said, if you shit the bed last year, get yourself some dude wipes, wipe your ass and change the sheets and get out there and drop a gear and disappear, baby. I got a glamour shirt on, so I'm feeling really motorist right now. All right, Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great Monday. Also, win.
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man. It can't be.